Way back in 1995, I had a very good discussion with the people that started Mary Kay with me. At that time, I think everybody was talking about having an opportunity for the woman in China. Also at that time, they were talking about China not being exposed to foreign products. So they were talking about using opportunity, and they were using products as a pivotal point to go into the market. I have a different idea. I have a different concept. Because if you look back at history, what China had at that time was, it was coming out from the Cultural Revolution. 1966 to 1976 was when the Cultural Revolution happened. And during the Cultural Revolution, all value systems in societies were thrown up in the air. Confucianism that basically dictates the order of society was smashed. You have the slogan, to be rebellious is reasonable, and to be a revolutionary is there's no crime. So there's really no order. And then thereafter there's this open and reformed concept where Deng Xiaoping says, white cat or black cat, the cat that catches the mouse is a good cat. So from a society where the value systems were all thrown out of the window to one where you basically say whatever works, is the value system of the day, you find that there's a cultural vacuum in society. And Mary Kay is very strong in its culture. Its culture is about, what you want to do to others, you do to yourself, which I think is, transcultural, about helping others without condition. Priorities of life, you've got to have a value system first, family second, career third, and you have to respect people. I felt at that time that there was this kind of almost like a spiritual vacuum in the society. So we use the culture as our pivotal point for market entry. And to this day, I do give a few lectures to universities about market entry, utilizing culture. Because when you utilize culture as your market entry point, you generate a lot more loyalty from the people that becomes your customers and your sales force. Absolutely. I think we just have to update the way we talk about the culture. Because during the 1980s, the way you describe, for example, doing to others as you have them do to you, and now it's different because the millennials just do not resonate to that kind of long explanation. So the way now we talk about our culture is care, share, prioritize, and respect. That to them, they dig. And the young people today are, no matter what you say, is still also looking for certain values that they can adhere themselves to. And once they latch themselves onto that, then you have loyalty. I think what we're trying to do is to bring that out, first to Asia Pacific and then to the rest of the world, because I think we face the same problem. We've got a group of very loyal because we sell the opportunities through the culture, the values. People are associated with us because they love the values. But when they are growing old, you can't discard them, you can't throw them out. You've got to develop a product that caters to their needs. But at the same time, you also need to develop a very high-tech, high-touch way of reaching out to the millennials. So it's basically two legs. So one leg is growing this way, and that leg will become stronger or weaker depending on how you feed it. But the other leg, you've got to grow it. If you don't grow it, then by and by, first you'll be known as your mother's brand, and then gradually your grandmother's brand, and then gradually into oblivion. So we were one of the first in China to actually develop what you call FinTech right now. We work with China merchant to come up with a payment system, which way back in 2001 was still pretty new. And then from then on, we were able to get people to order products from us any time of the day. We also developed a logistic network, which was a local company that gradually got acquired by a multinational. And these logistic company then help us deliver to their homes. So we were very much in that forefront in basically e-commerce, so to speak. And now 100% of our sales are coming through the internet. I think we have to learn from the market. I go out to the third and fourth tier cities every month because there's nothing like hearing from the horse's mouth. We sent I've got 100 over IT experts that does nothing the whole day but write apps. I've got marketing team, we study market research, we look at trends. And from trends, we determine what the direction is going to be and started developing platforms to take care of those trends. I mean, last year, China was, hot about what they call social selling, But now, if we talk about social selling, it's gone because they're now on to a different thing. They're now on to celebrity selling. So you've got to really keep yourself on the toes if you want to play, the game in, what is very soon the largest market in the world. Companies that survive are people who are true to their original vision and mission. And for Mary Kay, we are very clear because Mary Kay Ash started this company for the women of the world. And the mission was to enrich the lives of women. So we center around that. We look at cosmetics as just a chasm to achieve what we want to do. So surrounding that, you've got to develop an ecosystem that supports that chasm to achieve your goal, which is to enrich women's life. We will never deviate from, or we will never jump over our sales force to reach directly to the consumer, even though we have the platform to do so. But by creating an ecosystem, by creating a platform, by creating, apps that they can work on their mobile phones, we are actually helping them do their business and actually pushing the whole concept of direct selling to the very forefront of the technological innovation. We were number one brand in 2014 because traditionally the FMCG brands couldn't reach locations without physical infrastructure. We were able to because we were basically a mobile retail shop concept. And our people were selling to third, fourth, fifth tier cities. 2014, 2015, you'll find that not only physical infrastructure are being developed, the focus on developing third, fourth tier cities become a policy, but also the advent of e-commerce has allowed almost not only borderless, but really it cuts down the geographical distance. So while at that time we had a very strong advantage, we were losing those advantages because other brands can now come in and be able to sell to villages. Yes, and that's what it is in today's society. You have to keep yourself on the toes because the formula for success for today may not be the same formula for success for tomorrow. And any company that basically rests on its laurels is the beginning of the end. There was an article written about how multinational corporations cannot survive in China because multinational corporations always look at the best of breed, always one size fits all. It's no more that way. You've got to basically have a very entrepreneurial spirit. You must be prepared to take risk. You must look at data. You must look at trend. But at the same time, you must be prepared to interpret that and basically say, I think I'm right. But you must also have the ability to retract very quickly. So we have a saying in America, Asia Pacific. We say, small step forwards, small step back. So that you can advance very quickly if you're on the right track, or you can retract very quickly if you find that you're on the wrong track. And not all the time we're on the right track. Cautiously aggressive. Who's to know what 5 years will bring? I think things are moving so quickly, We are at the forefront, in my opinion, of a major breakthrough. Artificial intelligence is going to play a major role in how our life is going to be. The trend that we're looking at is more about, humans are becoming less and less relevant. What can machine take over? I think that puts direct selling in a very good state because no matter what it is, humans are still created to be group beings. we still enjoy connectivity. And if we can utilize the platform where the entire society is moving, be in the forefront of technology, be able to play with technology as it is developed, add on the human element, I think we will have the winning formula.